Hi, this is Mel from My Pink Bujo, and I recently created this journal and I showed you all the steps. So this is a journal with elastic closure which wraps around like this. And then when you open it up, you have two signatures. Okay, let's see. And then you have a third signature in the back. And I had created these journals as softcover journals, but I did not like them. They were too flimsy. So I thought I could redo them. So this is a hardcover journal. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is I already removed the signatures from the softcover journal. I have three signatures over here, two signatures in this smaller signature. So they're nearly the same as for the other journal. And a third signature. And I have two more over here. One small and one usual, but this is very tall. I thought maybe I could create a smaller journal out of these, we will see. And maybe I would be able to fit all four signatures, so 1, 2, 3, and this at the fourth. So the smaller one as the taller one, narrower one as the fourth, in this book. So of course you can create a new cover, you don't have to reuse books, but it happens I have so many books and I like to reuse books. It's no big thing, no big deal to create your own spine, but I just wanted to use the books. So this is a really heavy and really thick book. So I thought I could try this out together. I got this as a present to say so. So the book would have gone to the recycling bin if I had not saved this, to say so. So I will cut this apart and reuse it and create a junk journal out of it. So this is the idea, and I did this before, as I showed you, I told you, and I will take you with me through all the steps. And for me it's totally fine to reuse books, for this is a really old book nobody would read. It's old, being old German, so you can read the writing, but I think nobody is interested in this book. And why put it into the recycling bin? Why not create a junk journal out of it and give it a new life in this way? So first of all, we have to get rid of the text block, and I will reuse the text block for other things. So you can create journaling cards out of the text blocks. You can use them as glue pages. You can use them as backgrounds, especially this old German writing. I think it's cool. Maybe there are some photos or pictures into here, images. No, I don't think so. Ooh, this is kind of yellow. This is cool, for example. And I reuse these things for creating envelopes as well, or pouches, book page pouches. I have a video on my channel. Maybe you want to take a look. So it will not go into the recycling bin, not the cover, not the pages, nothing of it. It will just get a new life. So, oops. First of all, let's get rid of the text block. I try not to cut into the spine, but anyway, if it happens, it's no big deal. It's really, really yellow. I like it. Okay, so let's put this really heavy thing away. And this is a cool, just showing you, it's a cool size. So, for example, this measures something like 14.5 to 22 centimeters. So this, if you put this, if you fold this over as a flap, you would have this as an envelope and this as a flap. And if the pages are too thin, let's just double check. Yes, they are really thin. You could just glue together 2 or 3 or even 4 pages, then sew around, and it's really easy and really much fun. So this gives me a lot of creating space for other projects. Okay, then let's see. I want to get rid of this loosened paper, or this loose paper, because otherwise I would have to glue it in. I think it's easier to remove it because it's so fragile. Okay, I cut into the spine, as you can see here, but it's good that this happened, because then I am able to show you what you can do about this. So let's get rid of all this flimsy stuff. I will use my fabric scissors, because here is a bit of sturdy fabric. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. And even if you would have cut apart the 3 pieces of the cover, it would not be a big thing. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy and I like to reuse books or book covers so that I don't have to create my own cover, to be honest with you. And it's already created for me, so why don't use it? Okay, this looks good. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Oh, my baskets are full. I have to remove this trash. Okay, so let's see. Bit more flimsy paper. Let's see if we can remove this a bit. Okay. Dum, dum, dum. Just a little bit. Just the edges. Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is something like a fabric and it's really well intact. So this is my fold over here, but we can do something about it. It really is no big deal. And this book cover has this cool rounded spine, which I really like really much. So let's just put in the signatures. Let's see if we can put in 3 of them. Okay. We could let it be like this, so let it be like it is, or cover it up. I want to cover it up. I like this feather and this golden thing for, I even don't know for what you use this, but I don't like that it's so spotted. I don't like this, and I have to repair this anyway. I just thought, I don't think that the 4th signature will fit into it. So because it's really stuffed full. Okay, I did, maybe you can see it, I did put in a few things. So this is why it's so stuffed full. Of course, I could remove the things I put in, so journaling cards and so on, but I want to keep them as they are. And I have to remove a bit of the cover over here, so it's a bit too much overlapping. So a finger, so my thumb, so something like 1 centimeter, 1.5, something like this. And I wanted to put on a 3rd or 4th, we have 2 cover pieces and 1 spine. I wanted to put on a 3rd cover piece to fold out like this and then fold in like this. So we have to have a bit more space. Don't know if this will fit. It's really full. Maybe. Okay, we can decide later, because the first step is to cut apart some. Okay, let's move this out of the way. The first part, is throw away my signature. Stay tuned. I nearly damaged it. Not really, but this is a signature, and the paper is they fall apart. So you have to look where I want to replace them. But anyway, we will do this later. It's no big deal. The first thing would be putting on the 3rd signature as a 3rd cover piece, using some cardstock from Food Packaging, or I have this cardstock. This is the backing of a paper pad. But I thought, because I did it for here, this is a hardcover too, so the 3rd part, and it's not so, it's very sturdy, but it's a bit strong from my opinion. So it's fine. I love this journal, but I wanted to try out something else, so we will put this away. I want to use some foam for the 3rd piece, so let me search for my foam. Okay, I have 2 different foams. This is something, and the color doesn't matter because we will cover it up anyway. So this is something like 2 millimeters, I think, and I have 3 millimeters as well. It does not, if you hear this, you think maybe 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, it doesn't matter, but it is really a difference. But I wanted this foam to be a bit thinner than this cover, so not as thick as this cover is, so that when you fold it in, it will not bulk up too much. So, okay, the first thing would be cut this to size. So first of all, the heights. Okay, why is this not straight? Maybe the foam, oh, I think the foam isn't straight. It's not straight cut. Okay, I understand, but it's no big deal. We can manage this to work out. So I need something to make a mark. Something like over here would be fine, I think. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So something like here, I think. And then just cut this off, because I try to do this straight. I will put this onto my sewing mat, craft mat. Trying to get it straight. And if not, it's no big deal. But maybe we can do this a bit straight. Of course, you can use your scissors as well, because foam is really, really a really thin material. I like to use my craft knife. So that's it, and keeps this for other projects. Okay, this looks straight. Okay, then we have to cut this a bit more straight. Oh no, yes, this is the bottom piece. Okay, turn it around, cut it straight. So let's see, something like straightish. It's not perfect, doesn't matter. Something like over here, we are at 37, 37. Okay, just align it. Where is my 37? There's my 37, 37. Okay. I think this looks good. And I throw away with this piece because I don't know what to do with it. It's really too small, too thin for everything I create. Okay, so then this would be this. Okay, it's not straight. Okay, anyway, we will figure out what to do. If I cut this apart, it will be too small, but it would be cool if it would go like a bit like in a line like this. So this will be cool too, I think. Maybe we can do this just by eyeballing. Just a tiny little bit. So let's just try out a few things together. So maybe then it's easier to fold it in. And I will cut it apart somewhere over here anyway. Now I need my third signature. 1, 2, 3. No, my fourth signature. So, okay. So we want to have something like a gap, something like 5 millimeters. Then we could saw this right into the gap. And then we need something like, let's see, this is nearly 11, not really, but with this sticking out 11 centimeters, so maybe we will do 11.5. I think 11.5 would be good. So align this over here. We need in the 11.5. This is 5, 10, 11.5 would be over here. 11.5, and the same for here. 5, 10, 11.5 would be over here. And again, cutting. And of course, keep this off cut as well. It will come in handy for other projects. Okay, let's see if this fits. I know it's a bit too tall. This is because this signature, let's just use an intake signature, is a bit smaller than these. So this is like an additional signature. So this is fine for me. We will bind it into the gap. Ooh, okay, it's overlapping not really much. We will find out if this will work out or not, and if not, you can all at any stage can cut it apart and just redo it. It's really no big deal. So as in the last video, I will use my how do you call it, masking tape. Oops. Masking tape, some washi tape. wanted to disappear. You can use washi tape as well. You can put on some fabric, you can put on something like this white washi, which is really sticky, but you will not be able to see it anyway because we cover it up with some fabric. So this is why I will use up my masking tape. You can use Tyvek tape, duct tape. I don't have this at hand, but I know from other crafters that they do this. But masking tape will be totally fine because we will cover it up with fabric, and fabric is really strong, even if it's a thin fabric. So this is why masking tape is totally fine for me. So cover up the gap. Okay. And put it onto the outside. Maybe clean up your cover a bit if it's dirty or dusty. This isn't, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I was not sure. I think. Okay, but anyway, so use your bone folder to get this masking tape into your creases. For the other way, same. The other side's the same, and repeat for the other gap. If you want to have a bit more secureness, you can use a second layer of masking tape. Maybe we will do this. I've not decided yet. I just go with the flow and then I decide what to do. Sometimes I watch my old videos and see what I did. But sometimes I just go with the flow. I have an idea in mind and then I just do something. Okay, I will put in one layer of masking tape in the middle just to stabilize it and to make it a bit stronger. And I will cover this up. I love it really much. Just thinking maybe we can keep this, but I don't know how, because I want to cover it up with some fabric, and I want the fabric, usually I put it all around, then you would be able to see this fabric. So this would be the second piece. So first the fabric, as the bookmaker did here. Maybe you can see it over here a bit. And then they put on the inner covers, but the inner covers are already put on, so I cannot remove them without destroying them. I think I will cover it up. Maybe I can use some of this yellow pages from the book as inside covers, so this would be an idea too, but I think I will use fabric for the inside as well as for the outside, just because I love to work with fabric for the covers. Okay, this looks good. This gap is covered up, and we will not put holes into the gap but into the spine. I think I will put on some masking tape on the outside, but on the inside I think it's really enough. This is a bit of a smooth but structured surface, so maybe the masking tape would not stay in place by its own very well, but we will cover it up so it doesn't matter if it's not the stickiest. Oops. Okay, you can use packing tape, even clear tape would work out, but I would use white clear tape. Maybe we put some masking tape onto the spine, just because I have so much masking tape. So I can use it up. Oopsie. Looks not nice now, but it will in the end. Okay, I have two layers of masking tape, one on the outside, one on the inside. I think this will be fine. So now for the third signature, the third cover piece, just put it on like this. Because of my craft mat, I see that I have the 5mm gap. Otherwise, I just eyeball it and repeat the step with the masking tape. This will not hold on the foam, I think, by its own, but to give you a piece to work with, it's really fine. So for me, it's not necessary to buy Tyvek tape. I just use the things I have. Masking tape is really inexpensive, and I have, I think, 4 rolls or three rolls. I can see I think I have a 4th roll somewhere else, and I don't need it at the moment. We got a new kitchen and used the masking tape because we put on some new wallpapers and things, but we are ready with the kitchen, so I have really much masking tape which I don't need for other things, so I can reuse it for crafting. I try to put this on so that the edge is covered really good, and this little flap here doesn't matter. We will cover it up, it will not be visible. And some more on the outside for stabilization. Okay. For me, this would be too flimsy to put in holes. I would not trust it to hold in place my signature. I would have the fear that it rips away when using it, but because of the fabric you want to use, even if you use a thin fabric for the outside and the inside, as I am thinking to do, even with a thin fabric, it's a bit dirty over here, sorry, from the other crafting project, even with a bit of a thin fabric, it will give you a good stabilization. So this is the idea. You flip in this cover piece, and it's a bit smaller than these cover pieces. Maybe I can cut off here a tiny little nose, just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Really like it. Okay, this looks good. Now for our signatures, even the one that is not in the right direction, but it is the same amount of pages, I would put it into here like this, that this would live into here, turn it over, and then this would be our junk journal. As you can see, this is really flexible, so it folds in really easy. And I liked it for this journal too. So this is hardcover, or a really, no, it's hardcover, but not as hard as stone or something. So it worked out, but I wanted to try out something else. The only thing is, when you open up your journal and, oops, you want to work in these pieces, and you come to the end, so the last 1 or 2 pages, something like this. This would be, because it's a really soft underlay, maybe it would be a bit, not difficult, but a bit fancy to write on these pages. But why not? I did softcover journals before. I did not do a hardcover, softcover combi journal before, so I think this is why I think about this so much. If I would have used 2 of these pieces, or a long piece, and just fold it in half, or fold it in 3 parts, so create a spine out of it just by folding, and maybe stabilize the spine with some masking tape or anything on fabric, something like this, I think I would not overthink it. It's just you have this hardcover and then the soft cover. I like the idea. So when we put it into here and fold it over, okay, just let's see, it will stick out a tiny little bit, but we can get rid of these pieces just cutting them off. We can put on a wider piece of this, but even if it's sticking out a tiny little bit, it will be perfect with this. It will be a really thick cover. Okay, oh, I like it. Oh, I forgot something. Now I see. Oh, my wife is at home. I have to go to her.